Hey, I am so excited to be here talking to you about step number 6 in this Getting Started guide. And I love this step because it is a brainstorm of all of the people that you've ever met. So I've lived in 3 different states. I have worked in different places. I've gone to school in different places. And so it's so fun for me to sit down and just start writing a list of everybody I know. It literally spans the country and the globe. It's so much fun. So I love that. I love sitting down and writing down people that I know, and because it spurs memories for me. Now, that can get a little bit distracting, but I hope that when you sit down to write a list of people that you know, that you enjoy it. And why is it important? Why would you need this list? Because you need a memory jogger. There are times when you're like, oh my gosh, Plexus has this amazing special going on, and I don't know who to reach out to. And like, you go to your list and you just start working through your list. Your list is that resource that is going to help you when you think that there's nobody left for you to talk to about Plexus. Your list is what you're going to go back to and you're going to start brainstorming with. Now, some different ways to keep track of your list. I know people that use Excel and are great at using Excel. I'm not. I have printed out spreadsheets, which was great. That worked too, where I wrote a person's name on a line, and then I had like boxes going across of when I contacted them, and then like if they responded or if they didn't respond, that kind of thing. I just kind of kept track that way. Right now, I just have a big list in my notebook of people, and I go through it, and I'm like, yep, you know, I need to follow up with that person. I need to follow up with that person. So I just go through it. There's probably about there's a lot of names. There's a lot of names on there. And that's just because every time I go back through either my Facebook list or I go back through my relatives, like I'm remembering somebody else. I'm remembering somebody that I met through my cousin, or I'm remembering somebody that that just added me as a friend on Facebook, that kind of thing. So, or came up on my friend suggestion list. And then I remember 10 people that they were friends with that I knew well. So that's just fun. You can make it fun, but this is going to be your resource. This is your gold mine. This is where people are going to come to your mind that need the products or need this business. And here's what I like to tell people about this list is that you never know who in your life is going to need these products, and you never know in your life who's going to need this business. I don't think that people would have thought I was somebody that needed these products. I don't think that somebody would have approached me saying, hey, Joe, I think you're exhausted all the time, because I didn't pretend I was exhausted in front of anybody. I didn't complain about that. But I don't know if people would have really looked at me as somebody that they wanted to have either on their Plexus team or taking these products. Had it not been for my mom like forcing me on them, I knew other people on them and they didn't ask me. And so know that you may not know everybody's story. And so if you feel the nudge to, hey, reach out and send this video or send this person's story to this person and you don't know why, do it. There have been so many times when I've gotten messages days, weeks, months later. They're like, hey, when you sent me that message, I think I need to be on this stuff. It is just fun because I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, and 8 months later, they're coming back and saying, hey, remember when you talked to me about this? I think I need it. And so never write anybody off. It might not be the right time now, but there'll be a time when they hit a wall in either their health or their finances when they're going to need this business, and they're going to need to have had you share it with them. They're going to need to know about it. So don't disclude anybody, whether you think they can afford the products or not, whether you think they can do this business or not. Let them make that decision. You're just the offer. So I think you guys are awesome, and you made it through step 6. Go ahead, take 10 minutes and just start writing down your list and making your list, and make it a goal to add 10 people to that list a day for a while until you have a list of about 1,000 people. And trust me, there's enough people for you to build this business. There's enough people that don't know about Plexus yet and want to hear about it from you for you to be successful in this business. I think that was one of the biggest lies that I believed when I started. When I started sharing Plexus, my mom And both of my sisters had been selling for longer than I did, or longer than I had. And so all of my relatives knew about Plexus. All of my friends, because they're friends with my sister on Facebook and my mom, they knew about Plexus already. So I just kind of started feeling like, oh my goodness, like my world is so small. So, but then it just came to me like, God is going to bring the people into my life that need these products from me. And I'm going to be the only one that can talk to them about it. And that's really, really cool. And that's a really awesome opportunity. I get to be that person that offers them these products in this business. And it's a blessing. And so there is enough people. Fight that fear of believing that your world is too small. I have this little thing in my room that it's like these lies that I believe about myself, and then the truths on the other side, and there's a little greater sign towards the truth. And one of them is, I don't know enough people to be able to build this business. And the other side says, I can grow my circle of influence. I can know more people. And that's awesome. And that's happened for me. So it can happen for you too. So don't feel like your world is too small. Work on building that acquaintance, friends, kids contacts, your kids, like sporting events. Those are huge to get to know people. So think about all those other ways that you can start building relationships with people so that you can bless them with these products in this business. I hope that you're going to stick around with me and make it to step 7. I'm so excited for the next video. We'll be back in a little bit, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Talk to you later.